What's going on, guys? It's your boy the GCC, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the top 3 clone ships that LEGO needs to make. If you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. Now let's get into our first set. Alright guys, the first set that we're going to be talking about today is the Separatist Citadel Shuttle. Now obviously this is a Separatist set, but obviously in the set you are getting some clone troopers, so that's why I included it as a clone ship, and it was used for the Republic in the Clone Wars. But anyway, this set looks amazing. Of course, this is based off the Citadel arc, and I want to say Clone Wars Season 3, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, they had to go break out some Jedi and some like clones and stuff out of this prison. I just love how they all get like frozen in carbonite and stuff like that. Of course, we lost Echo in that arc, which was super upsetting, but obviously looking at this set, the minifigure selection looks really good. Of course, you're going to be getting another standard R2-D2 minifigure, which we've seen in previous other sets. It also looks like you would get a couple of R2-D2's reprogrammed battle droids, which I think is really cool. Of course, with their unique blue markings, which I think is really cool and something that we haven't seen before. I mean, with like the unique markings, so I think that's pretty cool and something different. Then it also looks like you would get that ARC Trooper 5s and ARC Trooper Echo minifigure, which I think is really cool. Obviously, we are getting the 5s in the Tantive 4 hallway boarding scene, I want to say, which is releasing on March 1st, but obviously then you would get the Echo minifigure to go along with that 5s minifigure, which I think is really cool. I would love to see that ARC Trooper Echo. Now looking at the actual set, it looks like you're going to be getting some carbonite pieces, which we've seen, I guess, like from the Mandalorian sets, and but the printed on version, which kind of sucks, like the sticker version. But it looks like you get Anakin Skywalker, maybe Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Plo Koon, or some random clone troopers or something like that. But I definitely think that's really cool, and you could obviously fit that into the back of your Separatist shuttle, which I think is really unique. It looks like you would have some cockpit space for your battle droids, and of course you would have that rear opening so you can slide your carbonite things in there, which I think is very appropriate. I'm assuming you would get some stud shooters or some spring-loaded missiles, which I think is pretty standard for Star Wars ships. But I definitely think this looks awesome, though. I love the design of the Separatist shuttle, and I just love the colors of it and how we used some sticker details, which I think just brings the ship all together. I definitely could see this going for around $40. I definitely think that's appropriate with the number of minifigures, but also the size of the ship. But anyway, let's move on to our next set. All right, guys, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is a brand new Republic frigate. Now, this looks absolutely awesome. I want to say the last Republic frigate we got was, I want to say, either in 2010, 11, or 12, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But in that set, I want to say we got like Phase 1 Commander Wolf and a couple of Wolfpack troopers, which I think is really cool. But obviously, this is based off of the Clone Wars Season 1, Episode 1. It's called Ambush, I'm pretty sure. Basically, Yoda and a couple of Coruscant guards have to go and like negotiate, I guess, with like the one king or prince or whatever. Anyway, not the point. But I just love the updated design of the Republic frigate. I think Toxic Tiger did an amazing job with the color and the sticker details on top. It just looks really clean. I love how everything is kind of plated off, but also has some studs showing, which I think is really cool. It looks like you would have some interior space, maybe for like 1 or 2 minifigures to talk to your holograms or something like that. So not too much space, but definitely is nice to see that you would have some interior space. It also looks like you would probably have a little bit of cockpit space for 1 minifigure or 2 minifigures, and then probably that escape pod underneath the cockpit area, which obviously you could fit another clone trooper in, and you can like push that off your ship or something like that. I really love how the ship does have some landing gear, which I think is really appropriate. I just love how they're putting in that extra detail into these sets. Now, looking at the actual minifigure selection, of course, you would be getting another Yoda minifigure, which we've seen in previous other sets. It also looks like you get a Lieutenant Thyre minifigure, which we've never had before in his Phase 1 armor, which I think is really cool. Of course, he does have the cloth camo, which I think is really nice as well. It also looks like you would get a couple of other Phase 1 Coruscant guard troopers, which I think is very appropriate. I forget their names, but definitely nice to have them. It also looks like you would get a clone officer and stuff like that. I definitely could see this set probably going for a nice $140 because I want this set to be pretty decent size, and you're getting some awesome minifigures. I really hope LEGO makes this set. Now let's move on to our next set. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It is meme set time, and today we have Han Solo. Just look at him there. Of course, the big fig. I definitely think LEGO Star Wars needs to make some more big figs. I just feel like we haven't been getting any big figs recently. I really hope they remake the Rancor very soon. But anyway, not the point. I just love Han Solo. Of course, he has that Hawk-sized body with his head and hair piece to go along with him, which I think is really cool. I would love to see maybe a pistol accessory or something, some type of accessory to go along with Han Solo. But I definitely love the name of him, Han Solo. Get it? Because he's super buff and stuff like that. But I definitely think this is awesome. I definitely could see LEGO maybe doing this for the May 4th promo or throwing in some random meme set. But I definitely think this is interesting, and that's why I decided to include this in this video. But anyway, let's get back to our sets. All right, guys, the next set that we're going to be talking about today is Ahsoka's Jedi Starfighter. It looks like you would get 5 solid minifigures, of course, being 2 B1 battle droids Phase 1 Captain Rex, young Ahsoka Tano, and then of course her droid. I do not remember the specific name of the droid. I would love to see maybe a B1 Commander droid, or maybe a B2 Super Battle droid, or something like that, a droid that we haven't had in a long time. I love Phase 1 Captain Rex. I love how he included the cloth cape and cloth pauldron. I think that was a really nice addition, and obviously you have the one hole instead of the two holes for the helmet, which is awesome to see. I really love this set. I definitely could see this going for a nice $30 or $40 set. Obviously, Obi-Wan Kenobi Starfighter, which released in 2022, I think was a $30 set, so I definitely could see this maybe being that $30 to $40 range, which I think is very appropriate. It would be a great way to get some of those minifigures we've been wanting. But what an amazing set. I hope LEGO makes this. Congratulations, guys. You have made it to the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I had a fun time putting it together, and I definitely think LEGO needs to make some of these awesome clone ships. Shout out to Toxic Tiger and Star Wars Photoshop for making these awesome sets. I'll put a link to their Instagrams down in the description below. If you guys enjoyed today's video or you're new to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the channel big time, and honestly, it would make my day. Also, go ahead, give this video a thumbs up. Again, I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the video big time. I know I say that a lot, guys, but it really would mean a lot. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.